morning. Today is March 10th, and this is The View with Catherine Chang. Today's topic is TSMC, the United States, and Taiwan. The world's largest chip maker, Taiwan semiconductor manufacturing company TSMC, announced a major investment in the United States. TSMC Chairman C.C. Wei and U.S. President Donald Trump held a joint press conference on March 4th, where Trump announced that TSMC will invest over $100 billion to build 5 new facilities in the United States. Within 60 hours, TSMC Chairman C.C. Wei and Taiwanese President William Lai held a joint press conference at Taiwan's presidential office, emphasizing that TSMC's key technologies will remain in Taiwan. Here are some points. A. At a White House press conference, U.S. President Donald Trump announced that TSMC will invest $100 billion to build 3 advanced semiconductor fabs, 2 packaging facilities, and 1 R&D center in Arizona. We can see over here that this is C.C. Wei and this is U.S. President Donald Trump. We know that TSMC Chairman C.C. Wei further stated that on top of its previous $65 billion investment, TSMC will now invest a total of $165 billion in the U.S. and marking the largest single foreign direct investment in the United States history. B. The announcement sparked concerns and debates in Taiwan. Key questions were raised. Is TSMC becoming ASMC, the American semiconductor manufacturing company? Does Taiwan Silicon Shell still exist? And if China invades Taiwan, will the U.S. still protect Taiwan? C. Amid these controversies, Taiwanese President William Lai and TSMC Chairman C.C. Wei held a joint press conference in Taiwan's presidential office. We can see over here, will they have the joint press conference on March 6th. And President Lai expressed support for TSMC's investment in the United States and stating that Taiwan and the United States will have even closer semiconductor cooperations. And TSMC Chairman C.C. Wei made 3 clarifications. First, Taiwan and the U.S. R&D centers are different. Taiwan remains the core R&D hub. And second, TSMC's key technologies will stay in Taiwan's mother fab. Third, TSMC has 11 production lines in Taiwan, which will not be impacted by the U.S. expansion. D. What about Taiwan's security? A reporter asked President Donald Trump if the $100 billion investment could minimize the impact of the U.S. chips should China take Taiwan. Trump responded, I can't say minimize. That would be a catastrophic event. But it will at least give the United States a position in the important business. He said, and I quote, I think what Trump said implies that if something were to happen to Taiwan, the U.S. will still produce chips. However, Taiwan's semiconductor industry remains crucial because Trump stated, if China takes Taiwan, it will be a catastrophe. And how can this catastrophe be prevented? As Trump once said, he does not want China to invade Taiwan. And I believe that Trump would take action if anything were to happen to Taiwan. Here comes the conclusion. Korea's Samsung is considered about being sidelined, and the U.S.-based Intel appears irrelevant because America doesn't need Intel. TSMC can make America great again. Here are the top stories. First, I want to talk about Chinese Foreign Minister Wang said that Taiwan is a province of China. In the 2 sessions of China, a reporter asked Wang some countries stated that the UN Resolution 275A does not clarify Taiwan's sovereignty. And Wang rebutted that and said, under the UN Resolution 275A, there is no two China or one China, one Taiwan. However, Taiwan Ministry of Foreign Affairs criticized Wang Yi's speech and say that the resolution of 275A does not mention or authorize China PRC to represent Taiwan and its people in the United Nations. Moreover, Taiwanese Minister of Economic Affairs rebutted the TSMC investment criticism. TSMC's $100 billion investment in new U.S. plants has raised concern among opposition party candidates KMT members who concern it could drain Taiwan's resources. However, Minister of Economic Affairs Guo Zhihui dismissed these claims, and he emphasized that the advanced chip production in the United States must be adopted from Taiwan's experience and cannot be synchronized with Taiwan. In addition, AIT Director Raymond Green denied the U.S. skepticism theory in Taiwan. AIT Director Raymond Green stated in an interview that Trump-Taiwan policy was aimed at strengthening both U.S. security and its partnership with Taiwan. And also, he denied the U.S. skepticism theory in Taiwan, and he emphasized Americans' deep interest and partnership with Taiwan, particularly in technology. He urged people to recognize the strengths of the United States and Taiwan ties. On the other hand, U.S. Justice Department charged Chinese hackers. We know that U.S. Justice Department charged 12 Chinese contract hackers and 2 Chinese law enforcement officers on March 5th, and because they conducted cyber attacks and stealing data from Taiwan Ministry of Foreign Affairs and the U.S. departments. And U.S. Justice Department claimed the hackers were acting as I assume employees to conduct cyber attacks by following orders of the PRC's Ministry of Public Security and State Security. Taiwan Ministry of Foreign Affairs pointed out on March 6 that China's hacking behavior is not allowed, and the United States has already imposed legal sanctions. In the end, I want to share with you that Chinese CCTV 13 urges artists sharing one China principle comments. And Taiwanese artists, including Patty Ho, Mark Zhao, Michelle Chen, were forced to share Wang Yi's Taiwan is a province of China. And this comment they share on Weibo, we can see over here that this is Patty Ho. Well, Patty Ho once said that she might move to Shanghai, China. And Mark Zhao married a famous Chinese actress, Gao Yuanyuan. Michelle Chen just divorced with her Chinese artist husband. We know that Taiwan's Mainland Affairs Council warned these Taiwanese artists they might violate the Cross-Strait Act. Well, in fact, Taiwanese artists have been forced to support One China Principle comments in order to protect their career path in China. Well, that's really sad. Well, that would be the view for today. Today is Monday. I'm Catherine Chang from Taipei today. I hope you all have a nice Monday. And I'll see you again.